Hey everyone, this is Mike with Play More Games, and today we're going to be playing Introductory Scenario 1. We'll start the war from right here. So, this is the first scenario that appears after the learning scenarios, and it covers the actual beach landings. So, we'll get started. So, in contrast to Sword, Gold, and Juno, there's only one beach. Although two overlays are provided, as you probably know or may find out, the actual beaches for Utah were a little bit south of where they plan to land. They plan to land closer up here, which was more heavily fortified. And it was probably a good thing that they ended up drifting down towards the more lightly defended section here. So we're going to get started. I probably won't play the whole scenario, probably just cover when the forces get up to and off of the beach. The reason for that is that after the defenses are whittled down, the Germans don't have too much to do, and then it's more of an exercise in getting off the beach in good order as opposed to a contest. It also gets, the stacks are very high, and I did play through it once. I had to be very careful with what I was doing. So probably just play the first turn here, or up until the point when I think the beach is basically clear. Okay. Alright, so we'll get started. I am going to start by, there's a couple of things that we do in the pre-turn. The first thing is during the night, the Allies bomb targets, and we did stick a mine there. That's going to be very annoying for units that are trying to get off. So to clear the beach, we have to eliminate these 5 units here, and then we also have to exit a number of units down the causeways, 4 steps, which is not too bad. So, alright. So these are 5 strength attacks, and per the scenario rules, we do apply all terrain and defensive modifiers are included, and we do apply the -2 for night. So we'll start with this, which is going to be -2 for night, -1 for defense, and -1 for the village. So this one comes out to be a 2. We rolled a 6, so no effect. And then this one, that's a 7, so no effect. This one here is a 6, no effect. This one here is a 1. So this is an unarmored weapons nest in flooded terrain, which has no defensive modifier. So a yellow 1 on the white is orange. It is a suppression test. We can pay to pass, which will save our command point, so we'll roll it, and we do pass. And then lastly, down here, So, Allied bombers are ineffective. The first time I played this, I scored I rolled 2 zeros, so I did 2 step losses, which was pretty good. But no such luck this time. Okay, then the next thing we do is we make a series of attacks against the naval display, and I will show you the naval display very gently. Okay, so here's the naval display, and if you're familiar with the previous game, this is Terror Beach, or Assault Force North and Assault Force South. Those are those orange markers on the map. I'll show you when I get back. These are the units headed for Terror Sub Beach. These are the units headed for Uncle Sub Beach. These are units coming over from England. Over here you have your chart with effects for the naval phase. Over here are the coastal batteries. They're under the contact markers, but here's an example of a coastal battery unit. So, in order to keep things manageable, this will be the only time that I pick up the camera and move it over. I'm going to stay locked in over here. So, I might just read off the names of the units, or I might pick a few of them up as I go through. Okay. So, the batteries fire at the Tuscaloosa, the ship here, the Quincy, and the Black Prince. So each one we make a 4 firepower attack on the black line with defensive modifiers. So the Tuscaloosa, the die roll is a 6, no effect. The Quincy, that is a 0. Black 0 is a cohesion hit. And if we get a cohesion hit on a ship, I think it has to basically fall back. Yes. So the Quincy is eliminated from play. And then the Black Prince is a 3, so no effect because the Black Prince has a modifier of -2. Okay. So, already the first one is one unit in favor of the Germans here. So, next thing we do is we move to the start of the turn, which is the naval invasion chit, the naval chit. Here we are. And this will take up a good chunk of the video, I think. So, first, actually I'm getting a little warning on the camera about the memory on this memory card, so I'm going to pause the video here and make sure that I have enough space to get through the whole video. I'll be back in a flash. Alright, I'm back and now I have some memory, so let's get started. Alright, so I've pulled the naval chit. Well, it's the first chit in play. So we're going to follow the naval sequence of play. So if you have your rule book and you want to follow along, this is 4.6, page 23. So the first thing we do is we check for the gaps marker, but we don't have to worry about that right now. So then our ships will fire at shore. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put each of the 3 coastal batteries under a barrage marker. So, if you remember, I showed you the coastal batteries. I don't want them shooting at my ships. I don't want them shooting at my landing craft. And per the rules, coastal batteries that are not under that are under a barrage marker cannot fire. So first up, we're going to take the Nevada. Has a company or a command rating of 3. I rolled a 6, and then we're going to have a 5 orange firepower attack against Crispec Battery, which has a defense of 3. It's pretty good. I rolled a 4, which is enough to put the barrage marker down. So then we'll go to the next battery, St. Martin Battery. Has a defense of +1. We'll use the Erebus. Command rating of 3. Nope. And then the attack, so this will be a modified 3. We got a 0, which is a step loss. So that will take out the battery. Okay, and then Fontenay Battery. We'll use the Tuscaloosa, which has a firepower of 4. Alright, actually that was our company bonus rating, which was a 3, so now it has a firepower of 6. We rolled an 8, unfortunately. Well, that'll put it under a heavy barrage marker. Alright, I'm not worried about killing them because having them under a barrage for this scenario is sufficient to for our purposes. So then I will take the Black Prince, and to determine range, everything is going to be in range here basically, but each box has a number. So the Black Prince is in the medium range box, which is 20 hexes from the north marker here. So then we add 20 and we count whatever we want to shoot at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Weapons nest 5. So that's 28. It has a range of 42, so it has no problem hitting that weapons nest here. That'll be our target. So first, 5 command rating. We got a force, we have modified 5. Unfortunately we got a 9. So we don't even get to place our barrage marker. Alright, so moving over to the Semba. Command rating of 5. We got a 3. Modified 4, -2 for defense and terrain. So it's modified to 2. And we got a 2. So 2 on the black armored side. So that's going to be a suppression test. It will pay to pass this one because this is a key unit for us. But we do get to place a barrage marker there. Yes. Let's see. Just 1 second while I check a rule. Okay. So basically what I wanted to verify was that we can target with the naval ships any of these weapons nests that are in line of sight. So in other words, no blocking terrain from a beach hex within 8. And there is no blocking terrain, so to speak. These are just villages, so they don't block line of sight. Yeah. Okay. So we did the Semba. Now we'll go to the Enterprise and we'll target this one here. Alright, so that's our company bonus roll. We got it. So it's a orange 5. And we got a 1, which is a suppression test. This one will roll since we only have 1 command point. And we failed. So it is suppressed. And we have a heavy barrage marker since our modified strength is 5. Okay, so now with, heavies are with a 6 out of 5. So now we come to the destroyers. So we'll put one destroyer on this unit here. Company bonus. We get, so that's a 5 minus 3, so 2, orange 2. We got a 3. We got a barrage marker down. Then we'll put one here. Company bonus. We got it, so 5 minus 2, so orange 3. We got an orange 1. So that's another suppression test that it fails. This one is also suppressed. I'm going to need some more suppression markers, I think. Alright, last destroyer. We'll stick it here. 5 company bonus we get. Alright, so it is a 5. Just a 5. And we got an orange 4, which is a cohesion hit, which is enough to eliminate a one-step unit. Okay. So now we have landing craft, the rockets. So the rocket will fire at this unit here. Okay. Alright, so it's a direct fire unit. So it's just a 5 and a 9, that's not going to do anything. We can't reuse the rockets, so they disappear. Then we have 2 landing craft support units. We're going to target the same hex. So first, company bonus, we need a 4 or less. Got a 2. So we're firing with a white 6. Nope. And then second landing craft support unit, company bonus, we got it, 6. And then our combat roll, we got a 4. What's the defense here? Okay. So that is a white 4. What is this? Is this armored? Yes, it is. So that is a single step loss. Hey. Look at us go. That's a lucky break for the Americans. Okay. So we have 2 of the 5 units that we need to kill in order to clear the beach. And now it's time to land some units. So the first unit you're going to want to land should be, in my opinion, a tank. And he'll go with a leader. Now the rule says that with any unit of the 8th Infantry Regiment, and the 70th Tank Battalion is attached to the 8th Infantry Regiment, so I think that this is good. Anyway, you want your leader to hit the beach first. I'll show you why in a second. Okay. So, here's the combat procedure for tanks. Okay. So, in your rules, this is 4-7-3-2. The DD tank, and it's a DD tank because it's got the skirts on one side, regular on the other. Right? So we've picked our landing hex. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll against the sea state. The sea state is 6. The sea was angry that day, my friends. This never changes, so you can't, the sea state never changes. So we roll 6. This is a blue armor-piercing attack on the black line. So a 6 eliminates it. A 4 or a 5 does a step loss. what if I did this? Oh, that's actually a good idea. Well, what do you know? So where does the leader go? That is a eliminated unit. I'm going to reassign the leader to the other tank. Let me check that rule real quick. Okay, I couldn't find anything, so I'm just going to play it as the normal GTS rule that when a leader dies, it goes to the closest unit of its formation, and I'm going to say that both of those boxes are equidistant. I could probably, maybe putting it with, Terra Green makes more sense, but whatever, this is my game, I'm going to do what I want. Okay. So this time we rolled a 3, which is a single cohesion hit on the tank unit. Okay. Alright, so 4732, number 3. So we want to take an action, so the first thing we have to do is resolve a resistance nest fire attack, which is a 5. The rules say pink, but this is the small arms fire line. Alright, so we rolled a 6, which is going to be no effect. Now, if there were any units that could opportunity fire, they would. But none of these units can opportunity. There's no unit here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have probably put something over here. Okay, we'll have to figure something out for that. So there's no opportunity fire, so the tank is just going to roll against the resistance nest. Okay. And that's a 9, so the resistance nests do not go down. For a second action, we're just going to move this unit up to here, 1 space. We're not going to spend any, we're going to spend a single command point to do that. And we just want to avoid a log jam on the beach as much as possible. Okay, so then let's go with this unit here. What are you? Your engineers. Alright, we'll send a unit engineers in. Alright, so first, now we go to 4731. So we're going to roll for obstacles first. So the obstacles are 5. No obstacle. That's good for them. Now, resistance nest attack. We can either attack the landing craft with a -1 defense, or we can attack the engineer unit when it unloads, which is what we'll do. So there's no opportunity fire. So we're going to make the resistance nest attack. At this point they are on the beach. So we're going to make a resistance nest attack against the engineers. and we rolled a 0, that is going to be a single cohesion hit. So the landing craft gets recycled. I'm going to put that back on the naval display. And now the landing craft actually gets to fire first at the defense track. So let's roll. Nope, no result. And then I can pay a command point to have the engineers activate. The resistance nest gets to fire again. Nope, very lucky. And then the engineers get to roll. And they get to reduce obstacles or gaps by 1. And we're going to reduce the obstacles. That'll help when we land more of our infantry. Okay. So we go to our next unit. Let's land a tank. Hopefully try and take some of the nests down. Alright, so obstacles is a 2. So a white 2 is a suppression, which we will attempt to convert to a cohesion, and we do. Now resistance nest attack, we're going to attack the landing craft, and that's going to be no result. Now the unit unloads. No opportunity fire possible. The landing craft basically gives this cohesion hit to the tank unit. The landing craft will fire at the defense track. We got a 0, which is good, because we're going to be able to reduce the nest by 1. And we'll pay a command point to activate the tank. Resistant nest will fire again. That's going to be no effect. And then we will roll for the tank unit. Attacking beach defenses. And we got a 2. With the cohesion hit, we can reduce the nest by 1. Roll of 0 on naval gunfire, which we did when we took out the artillery, cuts the phone lines. So the lines are cut. Forgot that. Okay, so we've been able to whittle down the nests quite a bit. So let's take this Uncle Red demo team. So first we're going to roll for obstacles, which is 4. White 2 is a cohesion hit. Alright, so now resistance nest fire, we're going to hold it for when the unit lands. So, you know what? This is going to eliminate the demo team because the cohesion hit is going to go on to them and they're a 0-step unit. So Uncle Red demo team does not get to land. Too bad. Alright, let's see. Let's take these engineers. So I would say for the Americans, been pretty costly so far. We lost a tank. It's a good tank too. So okay. So obstacles. Another 2, so that's another cohesion hit. Actually, excuse me. A white 2 is a suppression. Yes. Isn't that what I rolled for the demo team? A 2? I think it is. So they should be suppressed. So let's say that they are suppressed. That might be wrong. That might be wrong, but what should I do? I'm pretty sure I rolled a 2. So let's get a suppression out. I'm just clipping a counter really quickly. Alright. And we're going to try and convert this to a cohesion hit. And we can't. So alright, so landing craft is suppressed, which means the engineers are suppressed. So I'm going to take that to mean that that these units cannot fire, that the landing craft cannot fire. That makes sense. Okay. Alright. Let's go over here. We'll take this tank. We're going to land it here. We're going to run the risk of opportunity fire. I feel pretty good about that. So obstacles, 3 is a cohesion hit. Resistance nest fire will fire at the landing craft. Oh, that's a hit. So it's a suppression test. We pass. Okay. So now the landing craft can target the beach obstacles. We get a 0. Some good news. Okay. Now we'll pay a command point to activate the tank. So the resistance nest gets a fire. Nope. And then the tank will target the beach defenses. You got a 9. This unit actually gets an opportunity fire as well, so let's see if it... actually, it's out of command now, since the phone lines are cut. So we need a 4. No. And then this gets recycled. So what do I want to do next? I really need to find a way to bring down those obstacles. So let's take the engineer here. I'm going to send him to there. So obstacles. Okay, we make it through. We're going to make a resistance fire on the engineers. So the nest will be a 3. And now we have 4, right, it's 3 steps in here. So mass modifier is 0. So red 3. Okay. So now we'll pay a command point. So we get, or actually the landing craft will fire first. No. And now we'll spend a command point. Okay. That was a 2. You all saw it. So we're going to reduce obstacles from 4 to 2. That's good. That's going to help us bring on our other stuff. This unit should have had a opportunity fire, which it does get. Alright, range 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be a white 2. Actually, it's going to be -3. So white 3 will roll for company bonus. Of course it gets it, so white 5. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Let's try and bring on the demo team. Alright, so obstacles. Nope. Resistance nest fire targeting the green team, green demo team. Nope. Landing craft targets the nests. Nope. Spend a command point for the demo team to target the obstacles. And we got a 6. So we can reduce the obstacles or gaps by 1. And we're going to bring the obstacles down to 1. Green demo team is a single use unit, so it'll go off to the side. And then we'll recycle the landing craft. Alright, now we're going to land this stack of units. So there's 7 steps here. Obstacles. Alright. Resistance nest fire, we're going to target the mortar, which has a +1. And we have 7 steps. So it's a +2. So we'll have a 4. So 6. Nests 6. 0. So that'll put a single cohesion hit on the mortar unit. Alright, we're not going to do any second actions. Okay. Actually, you know what, we will. Use the mortar again. So resistance nest fire. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, that's just a cohesion hit. And then we're going to put a 1, We're going to barrage that strong point. I got a 6, which means we're going to stop taking opportunity fire from that. Good. So that does cost me a command point. Now we'll land this unit here. So first up, obstacles. 9, so we're good. Resistance nest fire. We'll fire at the unit. There's now 5 steps in there, so it'll have a +1 for the defense, and then a +1 for 5 steps, so that's +2. So it'll be 4 for the nests. So it's a 3, red 3 is a suppression, which we will try to convert to a cohesion, and we do. Landing craft, targeting the beach defenses. Nope. We'll spend a command point. Now we have 9. So for the engineers to fire, so first they'll take a resistance nest attack. It's a 1, so it's a suppression test. We're in command, so we'll pay to pass, and then we'll roll our attack on the defenses. Okay, so we can reduce obstacles or gaps by 1. Alright, and we'll eliminate the obstacles. That's worth it to me. See what I mean by the stacks themselves getting kind of thorny? Okay. So next, we're going to land this unit here. So there's no obstacles. We're going to land them here. We're going to wait to do resistance nest fire. So we're going to have now a modifier 4, so it's going to be 6, red 6. And we got a 2. So suppression test. They are suppressed, which is going to be fine by me because I wasn't necessarily planning on firing with them. And then next, the landing craft will target the beach defenses, and we reduce the nest by 1. So the nests are almost gone, and the obstacles are almost gone, or the obstacles are gone. And then we just have to clear the gaps so our troops can get off the beach. Okay. So then we have this landing craft here. There's no obstacles. So we'll do the machine gun nest attack. That's not going to do anything. Landing craft will target the nests. Nope. And that is it. They are on the beach. Last up, we have these infantry companies in mortar section. They're going to go on top of the unit with a single cohesion hit. No obstacles. Resistance nest fire is going to be on the mortar company. So 1 plus 3 plus 4, 5. So nothing. So they make it. Landing craft targets the beach defenses. No. Alright, so next step in the naval chit is we bring our folks on the landing craft to their boxes and give them a landing craft. And then take the units from England and move them, assign them to a beach, which I'm doing right now. And then that is it. That is the naval chit. So then that goes into the cup, and we draw our next chit. Here's our next chit. It is formation activation, 8th Infantry Regiment. Alright, so this is where it gets kind of hairy. So I am going to pause, run the chit, and then pull the next one, and I'll check in with you in a little bit. So sit tight. Okay, so here we are at the start of turn 1, or the end of turn 1. I pulled the naval chit again. I was able to reduce the nests and the gaps. Didn't really talk very much about the gaps, but basically the gaps create, you see these little red markers here. The gaps are where units can move from the beach to inland. Due to the stacking rules, you can only move one unit at a time because they have to be in column to move off. But all the gaps are open, so now it's just a matter of moving units from the I guess technically these guys should be in their landing boxes. But yeah, now it's just a matter of moving the units off of the beach, clearing minefields, and getting down the causeways. So I cleared 3 of the 5 units I need to kill. This unit still needs to be killed. This unit still needs to be killed. They have plenty of firepower to do it. In the end, the only casualty we took was that first tank. When I rolled that first tank loss, I thought, oh man, this is not a good sign. But it ended up being not too bad. One correction I did need to make is that I said that the phone lines were cut. Phone lines cannot be cut on the 0700 turn. So that was my mistake. Other than that, I think I played everything mostly correct. If you see any errors, do let me know. I don't feel the need to continue with this scenario because at this point it's just a matter of getting off the beach in good order and killing those 2 units. So what I'm going to do instead is I am going to get set up for one of the airborne scenarios. I think it's introductory scenario 3. The race to defend St. Mary. Yeah, so that looks like a fun scenario. So I will get set up for that, and I'll show you guys how to play that one next. Thanks for watching. I appreciate if you point out any of the errors that you see. There's probably bound to be more than a couple. But thanks for watching my video. This is Mike with Play More Games. We'll see you around.